Hey everybody, it is day 344 of the 15-day lockdown. So I wanted to do kind of an update today. There are lots of goodies in the comments. Please scroll down. Comments below this video, they're super important. And do look at everything because it's very helpful. There's a lot of helpful links to videos and such. So just a reminder, we are doing a large protest at the Capitol in Hartford on March 13th at noon because we got to end these restrictions, and they only end if you get involved. This is not a let's go vote Republican or let's go try to take over the Democrats sort of thing. It's not cutting it. You don't have another 2 years of damage. So if you're sick of the masks, if you're sick of the restrictions, especially if you own a business, you get yourself down. March 13th, the Capitol, noon, mandatory. All hands on deck. The more we have, the more likely it is just the presence can end the restrictions. They have to end. There's no end in sight. There are no plans on ending them. As you've all heard from everybody, even if you get miracle jab, they will not leave you alone. So at this point, that's the number one thing you can do to end the restrictions is March 13th, be there. Make it a priority. If you're really tired of the restrictions, I will see you there. If you're not, I won't see you there. You have other things to do. Be that as it may. Let's just say you really can't. Let's just say you've got other stuff. It's like emergency. Like I get it. You know, there are people in that category too. Take the damn mask off. Don't chin wear it. Don't have it like here. Just take the damn thing off. And do shop in groups. There's some videos on the channel of how to navigate that. And it's sad that we have to do this, but this is the way it's got to be because the imposers will not leave us alone, and so therefore, the gauntlet has been thrown down. And if you do want to help and you're looking for something else to do, there is a video in the description for a whole half hour of suggestions of things you could do to make yourself better, to make things better off. And, if you want to go the extra mile, do FOIA requests with government agencies and entities that are taking COVID complaints, and do make sure that if they identify the complainer, they get on the list at makemeday.com because we got to isolate them. I mean, that's just it. That's just what it's come down to. It will never stop unless we say enough's enough. If you want to shut down a business, if you want to complain about a perceived COVID restriction, well, guess what? We will not buy, sell, or trade with you. So it's got to be that way. Because this is the thing. We've had enough. We've had an entire country. We've had an entire state. I mean, this is a Connecticut thing. We've been torn apart with these restrictions. There are businesses that will never open again, that have closed forever. Friendships aren't the same. Relationships aren't the same. Families aren't the same. People scream at each other. I mean, this prison experiment has gone on long enough, and we need to end it. And one of the only things we have left to do here is, other than saying "make me," is to refuse to buy, sell, and trade with those people that would want to oppress everybody, that would want everyone to have to wear the face cape forever, and that would, want to make just your average shopping experience a political exercise. Well, it's got to end, and we will succeed, and we will end it. And also, the other thing you can do, go back to March 8th, 2020. I know I don't mean get in a time machine. What I mean is go about your business like it's March 8th, 2020. If you're wearing a mask on March 8th, 2020, you're weird, but, that's your shtick. Have at it. If you were open till 1 in the morning on March 8th, 2020, stay open till 1 in the morning. If you had X amount of people on March 8th, 2020, that's the number. Do that. It's what you got to do, because otherwise this will not stop until we say it's going to stop. And by the way, there are a lot of successes around the world that their curves look a lot better. Sweden's a perfect example. We have a great video on this channel of the data from Sweden, which you'd think it would be a Sweden-shaped casket by this point, but, well, I guess Karen was wrong. And she was probably wrong about Malawi, too, which 3 deaths per 100,000 compared to Connecticut's 190. I would kind of tend to say when a third world sub-Saharan African nation is eating your lunch in any sort of public health measure, maybe you should look at what they're doing. Hint, it's ivermectin. There's Nepal. There's a bunch of other places that have said hell no on the lockdowns because they can't afford it, they can't make it happen, and it's not working. And so they said, up yours, we're not doing it. And that's what we're doing in Connecticut. So if you are not in Connecticut, you are watching this, start MakeMeDay.com or a Make Me Day effort of some kind in your own state. Because 49 governors have just gotten together and they've just decided, well, there's just not enough emergency cheddar, and as long as we can keep this gravy train flowing, we're going to do it. And by the way, just so everybody knows, the FOIA requests have started. So if you're a Karen out there and you want to go complain and scream and get the COVID cops out, and you did it after February 10th, 2021, we will know who you are. You will go on the list. And don't be surprised if you want to walk into an establishment and they see your name or they recognize you, they are not serving you. That's the price you paid. You want to shut down restaurants, you don't get to use them. You want to shut down contractors, they're not going to fix your roof. You want to shut down barbers, they're not going to cut your hair. That's it. I think we've been pretty good about this. We've been more than reasonable. We were told, don't wear the masks, and we're told, wear the masks. They were told, get the shot, it's 95% effective. They were told we got to wear masks up until 2022 at the very least. Well, piss off. We're not doing it. You're going to have to make us. So that's the problem. When you got an army of screamers who wants to live in perpetual fear, well, things like Make Me Day happen. This is the thing. It's not political. It's just this is what it's come to. So the imposers are always going to want to impose, and, well, they got to make us. And I'd rather they not try, but this is where it is. And if we don't do this, the restrictions will never end. So we're ending them. So if you are in Connecticut, please, please, please come out on March 13th. You need to show up, bring your signs, be ready for the first public reading of the Declaration of Make Me Day, which there's a link to the declaration being read on this channel, and be willing to sign, be willing to commit. This is the thing. If you don't commit to anything, it won't happen. I know there was a lot of people that, for whatever good faith, and there were good faith reasons, to support Trump. I mean, I never did. But the thing is, if you really believe in something and you really want it to happen, you have to go all in. You have to say enough is enough. Well, when it came to certain things, they just weren't all in. But, this is the thing. Make Me Day is an all-in thing. It's peaceful. It's got to happen. And we have to go back. This is untenable. It is unworkable. And it's infuriating, the lengths that people have gone to with this whole safety theater restriction nonsense. I wouldn't have imagined that we would be here a year ago at this bad place where, we can selectively enforce different things, where you have to be a member of a certain political party to riot in the street, but, everybody else who disagrees with you can't riot. Where we're closing down churches. We've rendered package stores way more essential than churches. We stole a year of education from children. That alone. We sent COVID patients to nursing homes. Man, oh man. We do not live in a free country. We do not. That is now an established fact. And that is why Make Me Day is necessary. And, well, I think we just have to see how this goes. I would rather have not, things gone this far. I was on board with the whole 15 days to stop the spread, and Well, that began 344 days ago. So this is it. Unless we say make me, we have no future. So join me. Do it for you. If you don't want to do it for your kids, your friends, your family, whatever, but do it because you deserve a future and you need to get it. So I will see you March 13th at the Capitol. We've got a wonderful lineup of speakers. I know Jonathan Johnson's doing an excellent job with the Liberty Rally. Make Me Day is up. The reporting function is up, and we are live. So let's get this done. We can end the restrictions by April. We can shut it down, and it's time, and we're going to do it. And I will see you on the 13th.